people who come to me are like, I want to, get rid of this addiction because I'm spending more time watching porn. So I think it happens. I think the reason has to be addressed before we judge them why they are addicted to porn or any kind of addiction. Maybe it might be mobile gaming addiction. I see parents bring their children to me with game addiction, laptop addiction, etc. I think the reason has to be addressed. So if your child or if your teenager or adolescent is addicted to screen too much, or if you notice they are addicted to some kind of pornography or anything, make sure that you are spending time with them. Suicide is a cry for help. So when they feel that there is no help available from the world outside, they will choose this. So, there is passive suicidal ideation, there is active suicidal ideation. So, passive ante నాకు చచ్చిపోవాలనిపిస్తుంది, feeling that, making no plans about it.
It's there.
No active plans, but it is there. The ideation is there. Whereas active suicidal ideation ante I have a plan. See, there is a fan, so I can bring a cloth, I can put it across my neck and I can making a particular plan, or there is a knife, I can cut my hand. So making an active plan is active suicide ideation. So whenever there is passive ideation within yourself, the kind of talk that runs in your head, this should be taken seriously.
But do these patients talk it out loudly?
No, the conversations they have with themselves when they are in a sane state, when they are in a rational state.
Hi. Do only crazy people go to psychologists? Do you have to be absolutely mad, ranting mad? మీరు ఒక సైకాలజిస్ట్ దగ్గర వెళ్ళాలంటే కొంచెం ఇలా ఉండాలా మీరు? Check this out. Hello, I am Meenamma. I'm a storyteller and a trainer. I wish to share my chats with inspirational people around the world on various topics of global interest with the hope that my audience may design a better life from these episodes. Each talk is an inward journey. Come travel with me today to meet an extraordinary human being, a wonderful girl. But do watch this episode till the end and subscribe to Meet Meenamma on YouTube, Instagram and other handles. I'll be putting up short clips and exciting reels on this episode for you to get valuable insights in lesser of time. I need your help to grow, so hit the subscription button right away. Thank you very much. Now let's get to the real topic. Welcome to today's episode. Today, we explore the fascinating intersections of the mind, behavior, and the potential of the mind and its behavior. I am thrilled to introduce our guest, Dr. Poojitha Joshula, an inspiring mentor and a powerhouse in the field of psychology and neuropsychology. With an impressive academic backdrop that includes 3 master degrees and a PhD from the University of Maryland, Dr. Joshula combines her expertise in psychology, management and counseling to guide individuals and teams towards achieving full potential prosperity. She is the CEO of 99 MindFit, and she empowers people to harness their brains to work for them, not against them. A mantra that resonates deeply in our fast-paced world. With numerous publications in both national and international journals, she is a vibrant presence on social media. Dr. Poojitha is dedicated to spreading the transformative power of psychology. You may have seen her insights featured on news channels or in engaging discussions across various platforms. Jump in. We go into the intriguing world of the neurophysics science to uncover practical strategies for personal growth, to discover how to unlock your true potential. And with us, the beautiful Dr. Poojitha. Hi Pooji, how are you?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Good. How does it feel to be with Meenamma today?
It's amazing.
Pujita, you are a modern girl in a very modern set of a world that is dedicated to people who are living a fast-paced life. But in this kind of a fast life, the mind is always the sufferer, and you have got a grip. This is your subject. So today, I'm so happy that I'm talking to a young person who actually knows the magic of the mind. How did you get into this field of psychology? First, tell me.
I'm very much elated and happy to have this discussion with you. So, initially, I was always like curious about people and their thoughts, especially what drives them to behave the way they behave.
Yes.
See, if we behave in a certain way, there has to be some kind of motive, intention, or a thought that makes us behave in a certain way or act out in a certain way. So I think that interest during my adolescence, when I was like after my intermediate, I guess. This has ignited my passion towards studying or taking psychology as a subject of interest.
మీరు త్రీ డిగ్రీస్ చేశారు. యూ హ్యావ్ డన్ సో మచ్ ఆఫ్ ఎక్స్టెన్సివ్ ఎడ్యుకేషన్. వై దీస్ 3 degrees and then finally you also have experience in law? Why did you pursue so many things in your life before you started?
Yeah. So first I have completed my master's in management and then I studied psychology. So see, people think that management, psychology and law are different domains. In fact, they're all interrelated because I believe in a multidisciplinary approach. See, all deal with people. See, management is about managing people. So psychology is also about people. We study like the thoughts, how the thoughts impact our emotions, how our emotions impact our behavior.
Yes.
So in the law, coming to law, I have completed my law very recently in 2024 December.
Okay.
So the reason I have completed law, or have done law, is because I wanted to establish a psycho-legal counseling firm kind of a thing. So which is a very new idea and a stream of thought added to my profile. So I think when people, most of the clients or people who come to us, to psychologists, it might be marital disputes, or it might be family issues or anything. Most of them are in need of a legal help.
Yes.
So instead of going and seeking a lawyer separately, why not me? Like, why can't I offer also legal
The whole
advice?
holistic service.
Yeah, holistic service.
Oh no, that's
So,
true. You know what? When I started the program, I said people think a psychologist is only for mad people. Only you have to be crazy. But today, the perception of counseling has started. Now you are a new player in an old field. The mind is an old friend, best friend, or an enemy. But mind is always there. So what do you perceive when you enter this particular thing? How did you think that you can impact, and where are you now? How was your journey when you started, and how do you think you have made a difference?
initially, when I started, it all started as a social work. See, I've just completed my master's in psychology. Post that, I did not actually have any idea that I'll be, taking this as a major mainstream subject, and I'll be, doing so many things in this particular field. It actually started as social work. During COVID, before COVID, I was into many social activities, like going to government colleges, government schools. We used to do many menstrual hygiene campaigns, and giving them awareness about drug abuse, etc., etc. I used to do all this, but doing those activities and seeing people, different kinds of people, like we see in this world, or our India is a glass curtain economy, right? మనకి అన్ని రకాల వాళ్ళు కనిపిస్తారు క్లియర్గా ఎకనామికల్ స్ట్రాటాలో. We can see the topmost people who are very on the cream rich people. We also see very ఏమంటారు బిలో పావర్టీ లైన్ పీపుల్. సో ఈ రకరకాల మనుషులు వాళ్ళ బిహేవియర్స్, వాళ్ళ తాలూకా how they compose themselves, their behavior, their attitude towards life. I could see that the pain of the people who are in the below poverty line, and also the kind of problems are faced by the top notch people, or so-called the winners or players of this economy. I could see the contrast, and so many people in between who are stuck in the rat race. సో అప్పుడు నాకు అనిపించింది అనమాట, ఇట్ యాక్చువల్లీ షుక్ మీ లైక్, వాట్ ఈస్ ఇట్ దట్ we all are running towards? What is it exactly? So what is the exact driver or drivers of what is making us, crave so much, run so much? So then, okay, I thought I should actually delve more into my subject, psychology, where I can, actually understand why people are behaving the way they are behaving. So actually, I think that is the starting point of me taking psychology very seriously. So I wanted to explore the perspectives of different kinds of people, at least to understand or see from their lens. మొత్తం కాకపోయినా కొంచెం
చూడాలి. అది కాదు, ద మైండ్ ఇస్ అ మంకీ అంటారు. ద మైండ్ ఇస్ ఆల్సో జిమ్నేషియం. ఇట్స్ లైక్ ఎ జిమ్నేషియం. చాలామంది దాంట్లో వచ్చేసి దే క్రియేట్ ట్రిక్స్. బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ బీన్ వెరీ స్పెసిఫిక్ ఇన్ లుకింగ్ ఎట్ కౌన్సిలింగ్, helping people. In fact, I went to your Instagram and it's so wonderful. You're an influencer. మీ programs, advice చాలా మంది చూస్తున్నారు. And it's an interactive process. చాలా మంది అడుగుతున్నారు మీ దగ్గర కూడా. I see that you have a thing on the Surrogacy Act 2021, the IVF scams gurinchi. You brought out a lot on it, and it was a topic of interest. Can you share some of these interesting inputs on the IVF scams? But chala avutunnai, lot of scams going on, but you have some pet scams. I think an Act of 2021, can you give the audience more light on these scams?
So recent gaane one issue happened, Srishti IVF స్కామ్. సో యాక్చువల్లీ సరగసీ అంటే, వాట్ ఈస్ సరగసీ? జైగాట్ ని తీసుకుని ఒక సరగేట్ మదర్ ఆవిడ వూమ్ లో రెంటెడ్ వూమ్. సో దెర్ ఇస్ నో వే దట్ ద బేబీ ఇస్ గోయింగ్ టు గెట్ క్యారెక్టరిస్టిక్స్ ఆఫ్ ద సరగేట్ మదర్. సో వాట్ హ్యాపెండ్ ఇస్, ఆ సరగేట్ మదర్ కూడా మ్యారీడ్ అయి ఉండాలి. ఆ మ్యారీడ్ లేడీకి ఆల్రెడీ ఒక ఫస్ట్ బార్న్ ఉండాలి, అప్పుడే సరగసీకి దే ఆర్ ఎలిజిబుల్. అండ్ ఆల్సో వాళ్ళు రిలేటెడ్ అయి ఉండాలి. అండ్ కమర్షియల్ పర్పసెస్ కోసం, అంటే టూ మచ్ హెవీ అమౌంట్స్ ఇచ్చేసి సరగసీ చేయించుకోకూడదు. ఓన్లీ మెడికల్ ఎక్స్పెన్సెస్కి, మెడికల్ ఇన్సూరెన్స్కి మాత్రమే డబ్బులు ఇవ్వాలి. సో ఇలా కొన్ని సరగసీ యాక్ట్ 2021 మనకి క్లియర్గా పెట్టింది.
అవును.
So I think it is very unethical of doctors to do such. ఇవన్నీ తీసుకోకుండా దానికితో పాటు ఏంటంటే, ఎవరిదో బేబీస్ ఇప్పుడు వేరే హాస్పిటల్స్లో ఇప్పుడు ఎఫోర్డ్ చేయలేని పిల్లలు, ఎఫోర్డ్ చేయలేని, పెంచలేని వాళ్ళ దగ్గరికి వెళ్ళి వాళ్ళ బేబీస్ని తీసుకొచ్చి వీళ్ళకి సరగసీ చేపిస్తాము మీ స్పర్మ్తోని లేదా మీ ఓవంతోని ప్లేస్ చేసి మీ బేబీ వస్తుంది అని అబద్ధం చెప్పి they're actually selling babies.
Avunu, that's true. It's a big scam.
Yeah.
So what was the impact of that? What happened finally on this case?
So she is being arrested, and wala son evero is a lawyer and who has been into all of this, controlling all of this. సో ఇదంతా ఎందుకు వస్తుంది అంటే, ఇప్పుడు మనం చూసుకుంటే ఇట్ ఆల్ గోస్ బ్యాక్ టు దిస్ సొసైటల్ టాబూస్ అనాలా, లేదా ఇంకా మనలో ఉన్న ప్రీ కన్సీవ్డ్ నోషన్స్ అనాలా, స్టీరియోటిపికల్ నార్మ్స్ అనాలా. బికాస్ ఆఫ్టర్ మ్యారేజ్, పెళ్లి చేసుకునేదాకా ఒక లేడీని కానీ ఒక అమ్మాయిని కానీ they'll be asking, when are you going to get
married? Yes.
Yeah. See, right after marriage, the next question,
when is your baby coming? Yes.
So అలా విపరీతమైన ప్రెషర్ పెట్టడం వల్ల, see nowadays women are facing so many problems like PCOS, PCOD, which will definitely make it hard for them to conceive naturally. So natural childbirth ane chala kashtam అయిపోతుంది. So that is why we are seeing so many IVF centers. మనం ఎక్కడ చూసినా ఇంత స్పాలు చూసినట్టు ఇప్పుడు we are everywhere. So ఈ ప్రెషర్ వల్ల ఏంటంటే డాక్టర్స్ కి పెరిగిపోతున్నది టూ మచ్ డిమాండ్. ఈ డాక్టర్స్ కూడా ఏంటంటే దే షుడ్ బి అ బిట్ ఎంపథెటిక్ టువర్డ్స్ దేర్ పేషెంట్స్. instead of doing that, what they are doing is they are playing on this emotions of these patients
To cheat them. అవును.
to cheat them.
అవును.
సో ఫస్ట్ నేనేమంటానంటే పిల్లలు ఓకే కావాలి, బట్ ఆర్ యూ ఏబుల్ టు యునో bear that process? Are you mentally ready? Are you physically ready? Are you financially ready?
అవును.
నేనైతే నా పర్సనల్ ఎక్స్పీరియన్స్లో నేను వెళ్ళే జిమ్ పైన దెర్ యూస్ టు బి అన్ ఐవీఎఫ్ సెంటర్ అనమాట. సో ద కైండ్ ఆఫ్ పీపుల్ దట్ యూస్ టు కమ్ దేర్, మెడలో ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ తాళి దే యూస్ టు వేర్ దట్ yellow థ్రెడ్
అవును.
వేసుకుని సో పూర్ అలాంటి వాళ్ళు అప్పులు చేసి దే స్పెండ్ సో మచ్ ఆన్ హ్యావింగ్ అ బేబీ. వై ఇస్ ఇట్?
It's just that stereotype that you have to have a baby, the pressure. అవును. Very true. And so, now, Pujita, in your profession, you must be treating many patients of different categories of mental illness, people who need counseling. Which is the maximum number of traffic, and which is from which area do you find maximum number of people reaching out to you?
Mostly extramarital affairs, I would say.
Okay.
And also women with self-image and self-esteem issues. See, self-image issues ఏంటంటే they appear to be very trivial initially.
అవును.
And later, if they are not addressed, cured, I don't know, if they are not addressed, they will lead to psychological problems, a variety of psychological problems. ఇప్పుడు illness అవ్వాలంటే if a certain particular mental problem, for that to become an illness, it has to be unaddressed for a very long time. సో నేను ఎప్పుడు ఏం చెప్తానంటే, వాట్ ఐ ఇన్సిస్ట్ టు సజెస్ట్ మై క్లయింటేల్ ఆర్ పీపుల్, పబ్లిక్, ఇస్ దట్ వెన్ ఎవర్ యూ ఫైండ్ సంథింగ్ దట్ ఈస్ డిస్టర్బింగ్ యూ ఆన్ అన్ ఎమోషనల్ లెవెల్, or something that is actually is stopping you from doing your normal day-to-day activities. For example, sometimes it becomes very hard for certain people to do the very normal tasks like waking up, taking a shower, sitting in their desk and focusing on their work, maintaining relationships. So ilanti problems vachi, if and if they persist over a period of time like 6 months,
they need help.
Is a very serious
problem.
Period. Like if they are persisting over 6 months or more, please do come to us. It is not that you actually have some kind of mental illness. You have a problem that needs to be addressed. If it is not addressed, that will develop into a disorder. ఈ డిజార్డర్ని కూడా మనం అలా వదిలేస్తే అది అప్పుడు ఇట్ మైట్ నాట్ టర్న్ ఇంటూ అన్ ఇల్నెస్. సివియర్ బీపీడీ ఇలాంటివి కాకుండా మిగతావి చిన్న వచ్చినప్పుడు మనం అడ్రస్ చేసుకుంటే ఐ థింక్
it will be a thing. ఇప్పుడు in India we see, especially in the middle class, lower middle class, de-addiction might be a big problem. People get addicted. When I say addicted, liquor okate kaadu, gambling is on the rise, extramarital affairs, it's almost become an addiction for people to change partners. So emotionally there is a seesaw. Eppudu this side, that side. These kind of patients, is it always a medical treatment, or is there a counseling that also can help them?
It depends on the severity.
Okay.
So initially problem intensity anadi, if it is normal, if it is treatable, we do a 360-degree psychological assessment first. So anduloni maakoka we will have an understanding, like if the particular client can be treated with just therapy, or if that person also needs psychiatric help. Psychologists, psychiatrists, we work hand in hand.
Okay.
Because sometimes in some cases people need both.
I know, that's true. But mostly people deny when they have a problem. It's a normal thing. You want to live in, you don't see the problem. So when does a person actually feel that they have to reach you? Do you realize that point when they come to you? Are they open with you, or they are still trying to defend themselves? When a person comes first time, how is the interaction first time with the patient?
Resistance is very normal. So initially even if they are very much willing to seek a solution for their problem and they come to us, initially they will have this tendency to lie. So it is our responsibility to make them feel free, comfortable, and to provide that non-judgmental space.
That's important.
Yeah, where they can openly share their problems.
That's
See,
true.
it is not that there is only one solution to all problems, one solution to all kinds of clients. It is more of a tailored approach. It should be tailored, especially psychology and psychiatry. It should be tailored because what works for me might not work for you.
Everyone's mind is different.
Yeah.
No, that's true. No. See, I came across this term mental masturbation. So first time when you hear the word mental masturbation, I took it in a different erotic sense. But I believe it is something that happens during stress and people behave differently. So tell our audience about mental masturbation. Chala mandi chestaru. So like how we masturbate physically, mentally kuda chestaru. What is this mental masturbation?
See, normal physical masturbation, people masturbate and they find pleasure, reach an orgasm.
And it's over.
Yeah, it's over. In mental masturbation, it is almost the same. This is not a clinical diagnosis. This is not a clinical diagnosis and it is not a part of DSM-5, that is Diagnostic and Statistical Manual. It is not a clinical diagnosis, this is just a term. So, identante, people actually sometimes in the name of manifestation, etc. See, I'm not against manifestation. I also believe in manifestation and positive thinking. But sometimes what happens is there is a thin line between positive thinking, these good statements or the positive affirmations, and actually putting them in practice. See, for example, I will be thinking that I am going to be a billionaire or I'm going to be very successful. So I think that I imagine consistently that I have become very successful.
No.
I have achieved my dream goal. Instead of acting on that particular goal,
I
they
just think it.
masturbate on that thought.
So they think it again, they think about the thought, then they think about the thought that they had about the thought. Okay.
It's like a loop. It's like an unending loop. Just like in physical masturbation, this is also the same. They find that dopamine rush or that satisfaction just by masturbating on that particular thought. So as it's a mental process, we call it mental masturbation.
So they do nothing about it, but they only indulge in the thought. So thought itself is
the
addicting.
Pleasure from the thought.
And do they get tired doing it or do they enjoy it?
They enjoy it because there is a release of this positive hormone, dopamine and serotonin. When you think positively, for example, you get a notification. So if I check the notification and look what it is, I get a
high
flood of dopamine, which actually makes me feel that I got some kind of a reward.
Yes.
So that's how it works.
So now on the internet, you're now an influencer too on Instagram. So there are people like every day seeking validation. Everything you do, I wore a sari today, I put it on the thing. I need people to say, wow. We really don't need it, but we do it because we got addicted to the fact that somebody is watching. So I have some friends of mine who put something up and within 1 minute they keep checking. So when we ask them why this is, no one responded and they feel sad. So do you also get patients coming out of this syndrome of always asking for validation? Mentally they're somewhere else, morally they're somewhere else, ethically somewhere else, physically somewhere else. So this confusion, it causes a lot of problems, isn't it? Is there a disease that makes people behave like this?
There's no disease actually. The thing is a certain level of, what should I say, jealousy, a certain level of seeking validation. These are all normal, acceptable human emotions. Seasonal depression, ఇప్పుడు మెన్స్ట్రేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యే ముందు ప్రీ మెన్స్ట్రల్ సిండ్రోమ్, సైకలాజికల్ సిమ్టమ్స్ కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో వింటర్ వచ్చినప్పుడు మనకి చిరాకు అనిపిస్తుంది. A certain level of all these human emotions like jealousy, all these dark things, these are embedded in our very id anamata. Id, ego, super ego antam. So adi prati vallaki untayi. It is just that with our conditioning and with our learning, we try to ఎంత బాగా మాస్క్ చేస్తే ఎంత బాగా లెర్నింగ్ ఉంటే అంత బాగా
మాస్ చేసేస్తాం.
సో ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే ఇట్ ఈస్ లైక్ ఐ థింక్ ఇట్స్ మోర్ లైక్ ఫోమో, ఫియర్ ఆఫ్ మిస్సింగ్ అవుట్. దే హ్యావ్ గాన్ సమ్వేర్, ఐ హ్యావెంట్. సో వాళ్ళు చేస్తున్నారు కాబట్టి నేను చెయ్యాలి. సో ఇదంతా మన ఎమోషన్స్, వాట్ ఎవర్ యు సే, వాలిడేషన్ ఎక్సెట్రా ఎక్సెట్రా. సో ఇదంతా ఒక సర్టెన్ లెవెల్ దాకా చెక్లో ఉంటే పర్లేదు. ఇఫ్ యువర్ ఎమోషన్స్ are regulated, it is okay. But if it is going beyond the limits, then it is time to address. సో ఇది నేను జనాలకి చెప్తాను, ఎందుకంటే నాకు ఈ మధ్య బాగా కోపం వచ్చేస్తుంది, లేదా బాగా వరీ అయిపోతున్నాను, బాగా జెలసీ వచ్చేస్తుంది అంటే చెక్ వెదర్ ఇట్స్ యువర్ నార్మల్ లెవెల్ ఆర్ వెదర్ ఇట్స్ గోయింగ్ బియాండ్. ఇప్పుడు మనకి ఫిజికల్గా బీపీ ఎలా చెక్ చేసుకుంటాము, డయాబెటీస్ కి షుగర్ లెవెల్స్ ఎలా, బ్లడ్ గ్లూకోజ్ ఎలా చెక్ చేసుకుంటాము, షుగర్, ఇలాగే మెంటల్ హెల్త్ కి కూడా దేర్ ఆర్ సో మెనీ పారామీటర్స్. ఇప్పుడు చాలా టెస్ట్లు ఉంటాయి. సో యాంగ్జైటీ లెవెల్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయంటే దెర్ ఇస్ అ క్వెషనర్, దెర్ ఇస్ అ సైంటిఫిక్ క్వెషనర్, ఎవ్రీథింగ్ దెర్ ఇస్ అ టెస్ట్. సో ఇఫ్ అండ్ ఇఫ్ మీకు కానీ మీ లైఫ్ లో ఇలాంటి ఎమోషన్స్ ఏమైనా అటు ఇటు వెళ్తున్నట్టు డౌట్ వచ్చిందా, గెట్ టెస్టెడ్. ఇక టెస్టెడ్ అంటే ఏదో చేసేయడం కాదు, జస్ట్ పెన్ పేపర్ టెస్ట్.
అవును. ఇప్పుడు రీసెంట్ థింగ్ ఐ రియలైజ్ దెర్ ఇస్ లాట్ ఆఫ్ బైపోలార్ ఇష్యూస్. There is this ADHD, then there is schizophrenic tendencies. Now till now I thought schizophrenia was all this, but now I realize that they're all different things. Why is bipolarity on the rise? Because when we were small, eppudu vinledhu idi bipolarity. We had people who were extremes, but we never realized. So what is bipolarity? How do we identify a person who is bipolar?
Bipolar is actually lifestyle anangani, it is not completely treatable.
It is not.
It is not.
Okay.
It is manageable. Depending on the severity, it is manageable. It is not 100% treatable. So people suffering from bipolar disorder, they should use medication.
Okay.
Rarely does therapy only work. So sometimes they go to both therapy and medication as well. It is recommended for BPD patients or clients to opt for both simultaneously. So it will make the betterment faster.
Yeah.
So ఇక్కడ BPD అంటే సింపుల్ గా చెప్పాలంటే highs and lows. Sometimes they will have a very elevated mood, like where they will be so energetic, so confident.
They will be the live wire in the party.
Exactly. Some next ఇంకొక ఎపిసోడ్ ఏంటంటే depressive episode. One is maniac, one is depressive. Completely tired. They will not have any energy to do even the smallest of tasks. It becomes very hard for them to wake up, to interact with people. So e contrast, it is a major hallmark of bipolar disorder.
Is it a kind of depression?
Sometimes bipolar disorder might develop due to childhood upbringing problems, like for example sexual assault, or if there is any kind of friction at home or in dysfunctional families. Also it can be genetic or hereditary.
Okay.
So ide అని చెప్పలేం. So sometimes ilaga avvachu, sometimes hereditary, mostly hereditary. But ఇప్పుడు there are exceptions where people can actually develop bipolar disorder due to severe chronic stress గానీ, సివియర్ సిచ్యుయేషన్స్ కానీ ఫేస్ చేసిన వాళ్ళకి కూడా దెర్ ఇస్ అ ఛాన్స్ ఆఫ్ డెవలపింగ్ బైపోలార్.
చిన్నప్పుడు మేము సినిమాలు చాలా చూస్తాం, దాంట్లో ఇట్స్ ఆల్వేస్ లైక్ దట్, ఓ మై మదర్ ఇస్ మ్యాడ్ సో ఐ ఆల్సో విల్ బీ మ్యాడ్, ఈ హాస్పిటల్లో బుక్ చేసేస్తాం బెడ్ని. ఇట్ యూస్ టు బి అ జోక్, బట్ పీపుల్ యూస్ టు సే మ్యాడ్నెస్ రన్స్ ఇన్ ఫ్యామిలీస్. మెనీ కింగ్స్, ద రష్యన్ కింగ్, అలాంటి వాళ్ళు చూసాం ప్రాక్టికలీ. ఇస్ ఇట్ ట్రూ మ్యాడ్నెస్ రన్స్ ఇన్ ఫ్యామిలీస్?
నాట్ ఇన్ ఆల్ కేసెస్. There are so many exceptions. See, వాళ్ళు it depends on two factors ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ, నేచరా నర్చరా. It goes back to that question. సో పుట్టుకతోనే అలా నేచర్తో పుట్టారా, లేదా కండిషనింగ్, అప్బ్రింగింగ్, కండిషనింగ్, దే ప్లే మేజర్ రోల్. అది జనాలకి మేము చెప్పినా కొంతమంది వింటారు, కొంతమందికి అర్థం కాదు. ప్రీనేటల్ స్టేజెస్ నుంచి, అంటే రైట్ ఫ్రమ్ అ బేబీస్ ఇన్ ద వూంబ్, ఇంకా పుట్టక ముందు నుంచే లెర్నింగ్ స్టార్ట్ అయిపోతుంది.
అవును.
సో దట్ ఈస్ వై డాక్టర్స్ అంటే ఫిజికల్ హెల్త్ డాక్టర్స్ కానీ ఫిజిషియన్స్ కానీ మేము కానీ సజెస్ట్ చేసేదైనా అందుకే పీస్ఫుల్ గా ఉండాలి, ఎన్వైరన్మెంట్, ఫ్రిక్షన్ ఉండకూడదు ఇంట్లో. బేబీ పొట్టలో ఉంది కదా ఏమవుతుంది, అన్ని అక్కడే జరుగుతాయి.
అవును.
సో అక్కడే సగం కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ఏమైనా డిజార్డర్స్ డెవలప్ అవుతుంది.
Like Abhimanyu, Arjuna's son, from the stomach, from the womb, he learned everything about the Chakravyuh.
That's a very clear example.
So okay, this can happen either this way or that way, or with the combination of both.
The combination of both.
See, nowadays we hear about the imposter syndrome. What is the imposter syndrome?
So feeling like an imposter. See, so many people will achieve so much.
Oh no.
అంటే చాలా చదివేస్తారు, లేదా చాలా బాగా బిజినెస్ చేస్తారు, మేబీ బిజినెస్లో చాలా బాగా రాణించవచ్చు, మేబీ మంచి యాక్ట్రెస్ అవ్వచ్చు, యాక్టర్ అవ్వచ్చు. అయినా సరే వాళ్ళకి ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే ఏంటంటే దే ఫీల్ లైక్ అన్ ఇంపోస్టర్. అంటే
దే చీటింగ్, దే క్రియేటెడ్ అ రాంగ్ థింగ్
అంటే అది కూడా కాదు. ఎగ్జాక్ట్లీ చెప్పాలంటే దే ఫీల్ దట్ దే ఆర్ నాట్ కేపబుల్ ఇనఫ్ to become an actress or to be successful.
So they're acting that thing which they are not, or they are not the person they're showing they are.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
నాకు ఇంత సక్సెస్ వచ్చింది, I'm not eligible to be successful.
They don't want to take that. Okay. Because it's become very common now. We hear of this in schools, colleges. So because of the pressure put by parents, is that why the children feel like imposters, or is it because of social norms? Everything.
Social stereotypes కానీ, పేరెంట్స్ చెప్పేది కానీ, చుట్టుపక్కల చెప్పేది కానీ, ప్రతిదీ ఎవ్రీథింగ్ ప్లేస్ అ రోల్. See, all the disguised jokes, backhanded compliments. This shirt looks good on you. It would look much better if you have lost weight or lost few pounds.
Yes.
I am stunned. These kind of compliments or these kind of comments are made even to young children, very young children. నేను అనకూడదు కానీ అది కొన్ని ఇండియన్ సొసైటీస్లో, అంటే ఐఎమ్ నాట్ బ్లేమింగ్ ఆల్ ఆఫ్ దెమ్ అవుట్ దేర్, బట్ ఫ్యూ సమ్ థింగ్స్ ఆర్ నార్మలైజ్డ్ విచ్ షుడ్ నాట్ బి నార్మలైజ్డ్.
Correct.
Fighting in front of children, using curse words in front of children. So they might think we are fighting in another room.
The child is hearing you.
They mirror all the time, they mirror your actions. So they think mem tidtam, we'll be scolding him or her. So they have to listen. It is not through your mouth you can control your child. It is through actions. They mirror all the time. All the time.
Recently this movie Animal, they show narcissism and male masculinity in a very vulgar way, and this is about a father and child. What was your reaction when you saw that movie as a psychologist and as a woman? How did you react?
I did not see the full movie, but I've seen some scenes, because some people have sent me that they have got hurt so badly. So there are some scenes like where he uses BDSM style kind of an approach towards
sex.
Lady.
Yes.
And also in the movie, I think there is some kind of trauma that has been faced by the hero, right?
Yes. Yeah, he's seen the trauma in his family, so he behaves like his father does. And his father exploits women, so that becomes his second nature. So they show the child mirroring his father, and people justified it, because they were guilty of having either gone through it or putting their child through it. And it became a box office hit. A film like this should have been banned, because most people look at the heroes and try to replicate their lives. So, I was just asking you to know whether you really saw the film and how you reacted, because it's all about, very negative male masculinity. But there is something known as toxic femininity. I recently heard about it. It's not like male, it's not the exact opposite. What is this toxicity in females?
Toxicity in females, I think there's a concept called toxic positivity.
Okay.
It applies to every one of us. Irrespective of the gender, caste, creed, religion, it applies to everyone. There is something called toxic positivity. So what it means is too much positive ga undamani pakku valki cheppadam. Too much. And unnatural positivity. For example, I'm feeling a bit sad today, moody today. That
But
is
I,
normal.
but I don't show it.
You don't show it అంటే it depends on the situation, social situations.
అవును.
అలా కాదు, you have no right to be sad. You should be happy all the time.
అవును.
When things like these are imposed on a particular person, see, అమ్మాయిలంటే ఎప్పుడు రెడీ అవే ఉండాలి. See, you should always be smiling. You should always wear your best clothes. You should always be energetic. You should always be presentable. Be
Very
kind.
true. అవును.
గుడ్ గర్ల్ సిండ్రోమ్ లాగా.
అవును.
సో ఇవన్నీ పెట్టేసి, సో ఐ థింక్ టాక్సిక్ ఫెమినిటీ అంటే అదేనేమో. ఈ టైప్ ఆఫ్ థింగ్స్ టూ మచ్. ఎందుకంటే ఫేజెస్ అనేవి నార్మల్. చిరాగ్గా ఉండడం, కోప్పడడం అవి నార్మల్. కొంత లెవెల్ దాకా మనకి యాంగర్ కూడా వి షుడ్ షో అవర్ యాంగర్.
అవును.
సో అది టాక్సిక్ పాజిటివిటీ.
You know, there are nowadays in marriages, somehow marriages are not working out as well as before. Mundaithe maybe my generation, we did our education by the age of 20, we found our partners, or we got our partners, we married, like that whole thing of, you know, having children, and by the time you're 40, 50, your children also grown up and you're settled. But in today's world, where there are double incomes, the girls are smart, there is an equality imbalance that has been settled, many people are marrying late, and then partnerships don't work very well. So therefore, you have live-ins and you have, you know, strange relationships. But all this is not natural. See, the natural course is to, you know, have a partner, whether you marry them or not, and then have a baby. So the whole, you know, perception of marriage, of relationship is changing. And we see women becoming control freaks, or the men becoming very docile. We see the case of, you know, men hitting the women because they are angry, they are not able to show their masculinity. So many of these cases, they lead to, you know, the breaking of marriages. You might be counseling, like you said, maximum number of people who come to you are either narcissistic or they blame relationships, so they're not compatible. The simple thing is, I'm not compatible. Tell us more about this thing of marriage counseling today, how important it is. When does a couple realize that they need your help?
Actually, this is a good question, because premarital counseling is important.
Before they marry?
Yes.
Okay.
Because after marriage or during marriage is actually it is not as effective as getting a premarital counseling. So పెళ్ళి అయిన తర్వాత కన్నా we suggest to get a counseling or an assessment before you enter into a relationship, whether it's for a marriage or live-in, etc., whatever it is. So coming to the kind of relationships we see, like live-ins కానీ, ఇప్పుడు కొత్తగా there is a concept called DINK, double income no kids, double income with a dog.
The dog is more important. The first kid is the dog.
Yeah. So there are different kinds of living styles these days. So this is natural unnatural ani we cannot, you know, clearly I cannot give a judgment. I, as a psychologist, because as a psychologist I should be very much unbiased. Preconceived notions undakodu. So I should see it as something clear perspective. Clear perspective. So ఇప్పుడు with the changing situations, ఇప్పుడు మనకి with urbanization, see, women are earning, and also ఈ gender disparities ఏవైతే ఉన్నాయో, ఇంతకు ముందు all these stereotypes, అమ్మాయి వంట చేయాలి, the girl has to cook, and the men has to go to work. సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా slowly ఈ Gen Z వచ్చి they are changing the norms, societal norms and everything. So and ఇంతకు ముందు spare the rod, spare the child ever. So now అసలు కొట్టడం అనేది it is like
it's wrong.
It's completely wrong. And ఇంతకు ముందు చాలా అంటే చాలా ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అని చెప్పను, చాలా ఇష్యూస్ మెంటల్ హెల్త్ డిజార్డర్స్ కింద పరిగణించేవారు. In 2022 or 23 or even before that, I don't remember the exact year, DSM-5, that is in which there is a list of mental health disorders, it has removed some of the disorders.
Okay, like?
I don't remember the exact names of the disorders, but it has removed.
They don't exist anymore.
They don't exist anymore.
Okay.
especially relating to gender
అవును.
disorders. So I don't want to name them because people might get offended. So it has removed. Ante with times, with changing times, with the changing thought patterns of people, konni they might be added as mental disorders or mental health problems. Some might be, taken out or
Out.
removed.
Yeah, not important.
Not important because of the normalization of
Mm.
a certain problem or an issue. సో ఇప్పుడు మనం మెజారిటీ ఏం చూస్తున్నాం, ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ దే గెట్ మ్యారీడ్, దే ఫేసింగ్ సో మెనీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. సో ఇప్పుడు ఆ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్లో చెప్పాలంటే దెర్ ఆర్ ఎన్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్. ఇఫ్ ఐ వాంట్ టు సెలెక్ట్ వన్, పేరెంట్స్, ఎస్పెషలీ మన ఇండియన్ సెట్టింగ్స్లో మామాస్ బాయ్.
అవును అవును.
సో ఏంటి ఎక్స్పెక్ట్ చేస్తారు, ఇంకా ఇలా ఉండాలి అలా ఉండాలి. పెళ్ళి అయిపోయిన తర్వాత కూడా మదర్స్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్, ఒక అబ్బాయి తాలూకా మదర్ ఇన్ఫ్లుయెన్స్ టూ మచ్. సో దట్ ఈస్ వన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఇష్యూస్. లైక్ గర్ల్స్, మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద గర్ల్స్ వాళ్ళు వచ్చి చెప్తారు. సో ఆఫ్టర్ యూ గెట్ యువర్ సన్ మ్యారీడ్, డిఫరెంట్ ఫ్యామిలీ.
We should disconnect.
You have your husband, your son is going to have a wife. So you should respect that space. And other side, flip side తీసుకున్నట్లయితే మనకి మగవాళ్ళు ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఏంటంటే, there are so many problems. Wife having an extra marital affair. Wife spending more time at work. సో అక్కడ ఏమైనా కనెక్ట్ అయ్యి దీస్ కైండ్ ఆఫ్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ చూస్తాం. సో వాటికి ఫిక్స్ ఏంటి అంటే, దర్ ఇస్ నో క్విక్ ఫిక్స్ ఆర్ ఎనీ వన్ సొల్యూషన్. సో ఐ థింక్ బిఫోర్ మ్యారేజ్ ఓన్లీ the things that are to be discussed are your finances, your lifestyle, whether or not you want to live with your parents or not, what kind of dresses you prefer wearing, ఇంట్లో వేసుకుంటూ బయట వేసుకుంటాం, మీ మదర్ కి ఏం నచ్చుతుంది, నాట్ జస్ట్ యూ, మీ పేరెంట్స్ కి ఏం నచ్చుతుంది. See, not just your partner has to match your likes and dislikes. It is his or her family.
It's the family.
Has to be matched.
Yes. That's true, very true. Now, effect of pornography. Ippudu pornography is so easily available. Prati chinna biddaki, she just takes a phone, it's available. The sites can open and they show open pornography. It has a very negative effect. Pornography is good to a certain extent. In some countries they profess it. Okay, it's a learning style, but now no. Now it's become free for all, and it can corrupt a small teenager to, So you must be having cases of people who are addicted to pornography. Now, boys or girls who watch pornography, they judge people who are acting in it. For example, Sunny Leone, she had a major problem. So she says, I'm a porn star, very proudly, because it's available as one of the listed professions. But people judge her. So these people who judge her are actually having problems with their own mind. They actually watch, they enjoy. But pornography has become a big deal. India is the pornography capital of the world, antaru. So imagine the minds. How do you deal? Do you have patients who have these problems? What is a typical addiction that you see with people who are into pornography?
People who come to me are like, I want to get rid of this addiction because I'm spending more time watching porn. So I think it happens. I think the reason has to be addressed before we judge them why they are addicted to porn or any kind of addiction. Maybe it might be mobile gaming addiction. I see parents who bring their children to me with game addiction, laptop addiction, etc. I think the reason has to be addressed. So if your child or if your teenager or adolescent is addicted to screen too much, or if you notice they are addicted to some kind of pornography or anything, make sure that you are spending time with them. Number 2 is make sure that they are not isolated. That is, are they having any friends? Are they having any other children to play with? Or వాళ్ళ mental situation ఏంటి? By mental situation I mean, what is their mental health? What is their emotional health? So are they Are they actually able to enjoy playing? Are they able to enjoy things like other kids?
It's true.
సో ఇవన్నీ కూడా అసెస్ చేసుకోవాలి. ఆర్ దే స్లీపింగ్ టూ మచ్?
Mm.
సో పారాసోమ్నియా ప్రాబ్లమే, ఇన్సోమ్నియా కూడా
Problem. Anything in excess or less.
If your child is sleeping too much, if your adolescent is sleeping too much, that is also sign that there might be an underlying problem or addiction.
Addiction. No.
ఈటింగ్ కూడా ఎక్కువ చేసినా తక్కువ చేసినా అది కూడా
It's an addiction. Okay.
See, addiction ante there is also binge eating. Some people get addicted to food.
They just eat and eat. Yes.
So underlying problem. So mostly కొంతమంది ఏంటంటే to escape, this is the main reason actually, to escape the difficult feelings. For example, నాకు emotionalగా I have some pain. So I have some emotional pain because of my parents or because of my financial problem or anything. In order to escape that pain, what I do is scroll or I watch porn.
It's an escape from reality. No. And then I get addicted.
Yes.
And then I can't come out easily.
Yes.
It's a situation.
Loop, unending loop.
Okay. See, your mantra itself is making India mentally fit. I love it. I just love it. That is what you say you want to do for Mind Fit. Recently, I remember you brought out a small issue on Samantha Prabhu's, the statement of that a politician, the lady called Surekha. She spoke nonsense about Samantha, and you fought. I mean, you were very angry. Now, there are many people who have opinions about other people, and they just talk without knowing anything. How do you handle such? Because you know the mindset of the person who is speaking and the mindset of the person who is receiving this information. So when such information comes to you, so some moment from the political field has just spoken offhand about some actress, and the actress being who she is and going through whatever part of her life, how do you react? I mean, when such information comes to you, it's very important that we tell the audience how to react, and for that you have to react. So how did you, before you put that post up on Instagram, I appreciate it, how did you think before you reacted?
Actually, I think I have no major emotion while watching such. It's just that I give an rational opinion. I try to put an rational opinion out there based on why they behave in the way they behave, or utter such nonsense about other people. So if we speak something, it should make some sense. It should have some kind of evidence.
No.
Without any evidence, why does she have to make that kind of statement? Avade kaadu. You take many people. See, Roja Meda, I don't want to take any major names, but there are so many politicians. It's like a shitty war that goes.
Yeah, they just talk something. But what is the psychology behind these idiots talking like this? You must have thought about it, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be insecurity. The reasons are so many.
Or they're attracting attention by talking about powerful heroines.
Yes.
And people always look at the controversies as something exciting.
Exactly.
So that's how the public is also part of the entire conversation.
Yeah, this is called negativity bias. We as humans, our brains are wired to see negativity.
No.
So manaki ikkada oka 10 positive comments vaste, we ignore it. But manaki attention anta a single negative comment meede. It's because our minds are wired to see negativity.
No. That's true.
సో అలా కాబట్టి జనాలు ఇప్పుడు మీరు మంచి చేయండి. I mean, if you go to an orphanage, you distribute food, you provide food to the needy or do good things, nobody will notice. But if you do something crazy outside the societal norms,
no.
like killing a dog or something like that, very inhuman, unethical, bizarre activities, only then you will be
noticed immediately.
Going viral.
Very true.
Going viral has become the trend of the day.
Very true. Very true. So people always look at the negative aspect. The mind becomes excited. You also talk about anorexia. It's very nice because many people do not realize that in their attempt to become thin, it's a disease. So a lot of young people are watching this podcast. Tell them about anorexia.
So these eating disorders like anorexia nervosa or bulimia nervosa, so they all start from your self-image, your perception of self-image, and also e particular self-image ki they might be the reason by themselves or their parents, peers, or anyone who spends time with them might be the reason of this, or the social media models, Instagram, Facebook. See, they see models, they don't know, I don't know if how many of the kids or adolescents have idea that they'll be photoshopped.
Yes.
Or what kind of diet they take. All the diet they take is from qualified dietitians. All these they ignore, and they directly want to look like someone because that is their profession, to look like that. It is not yours. So everything starts from your perception of self-image. So there might be bullying in their school or in the college. Idi not only about the size, it's not about being obese, but it is also about the color.
Yes.
It's also about acne. And to bring this up, like PCOD.
Oh dear, very true.
Women or young ladies suffering from PCOD, they have body hair, they have acne, they get obese. Even without eating, they get obese. So indulo there is something I want to address here. Psychological double-edged sword of family support.
Correct.
Or the social support. See, people, family or anybody from the society, they come to people or young adults, who are thin or maybe who are not according to the standards of societal norms or standards. They come to them with disguised jokes.
Yes, body shaming them.
Body shaming. ఏంటి తెల్లగా అయిపోయావు, ఏంటి నల్లగా అయిపోయావు,
అవును అవును,
నువ్వు తినట్లేదా. సో ఇది జస్ట్ జోక్స్ మీకు. వాళ్ళకి
ఇట్స్ హర్టింగ్.
ఇట్ ఈస్ హర్టింగ్. సో మీ పిల్లలకి ఎవరికైనా ఇమేజ్ ఇష్యూ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి అంటే దాని రూట్స్ ఎక్కడ ఉంటాయి? మీ ఇంట్లోనే ఉండొచ్చు ఆ రూట్స్.
వెరీ ట్రూ, వెరీ ట్రూ.
మీరు చిన్నప్పుడు ఐ have a personal experience with a very young client. He's like 13-14 years old. So చిన్నప్పుడు అబ్బాయికి I took him into confidence. I spoke to him. He's like చిన్నప్పుడు అబ్బాయి కొంచెం బొద్దుగా ఉండేవాడు అని చెప్పి parents used to harass him, like beat him. You should run, you should play, all this. And he has internalized it so much. Now he has developed an eating disorder and he doesn't eat. Even after eating, he goes into the bathroom, he fills the bucket, he lifts it up just like an exercise. He vomits, purging, everything he does.
Not to put on weight.
Not to put on weight.
Oh, how sad.
So అందుకే please check the way you're talking to your child. Please check the way you're talking to your friend or your friend's child. So I think we as a society, we as matured adults are responsible, are accountable for many of the problems, mental health problems that people are facing today.
Very true.
Patients don't come to us, their victims do.
The villains are somewhere else.
Yes, they are the ones who are the reason for all this.
I'm enjoying this talk so much. I didn't realize. I thought I was just going to talk to a psychologist, but you've opened up an entire Pandora's box, on parenting, on relationships, on how we have to behave. Each one of us is guilty. So thank you so much, Pooji. But the most important thing I think we have not discussed is suicides. Today, there are people are just giving away their lives. So, we see men being harassed by women and announcing, in the digital media. It's very sad. And telling, that is by having a extramarital relationship and therefore I'm dying, or she's torturing me. And same also the women. We see children jumping out of buildings and then they're actually going on YouTube or going to Facebook and recording. I mean, it's almost like a mental sickness in the world today. What do you think about what's happening with suicides? Where is it stemming from? How can we as a world bring stability to mental health?
Suicide is a cry for help.
Oh.
So when they feel that there is no help available from the world outside, they will choose this. So, okati, there is passive suicidal ideation, there is active suicidal ideation. So, passive ante, నాకు చచ్చిపోవాలనిపిస్తుంది, feeling that, making no plans about it.
It's there.
Making no active plans, but it is there, the ideation is there. Whereas active suicidal ideation ante, I have a plan. See, there is a fan, so I can bring a cloth, I can put it across my neck and I can hang. Making a particular plan, or there is a knife, I can cut my hand. So making an active plan is active suicide ideation. So whenever there is passive ideation within yourself, the kind of talk that runs in your head, this should be taken seriously.
But do these patients talk it out loudly?
No, the conversations they have with themselves when they are in a sane state, when they are in a rational state.
So they think of death even when they are sensibly okay.
Yes.
But how do we know that they are planning it?
See, anyone who plans a suicide, they will definitely have a rational state, irrational state. They'll switch between the two states. So before the passive suicidal ideation becomes into an active one, it is their job as responsible adults, or someone around them should take the responsibility. They will definitely exhibit some warning signs or risk factors. So our risk factors or warning signs గురించి మనం తెలుసుకుంటే, you can actually take your friend when he or she is in passive ideation, so that they will not commit any suicide in the future or near future. వాళ్ళ యాక్టివ్ సూసైడల్ ఐడియేషన్లోకి వచ్చేసిన తర్వాత మనం ఏం చేయలేం. ఇట్స్ వెరీ హార్డ్ టు పుల్ దెమ్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ దట్ ర్యాబిట్ హోల్.
అవును, దట్స్ ట్రూ.
అక్కడికి వెళ్ళక ముందే మనం దాన్ని కట్ చేసేయాలి.
ఇప్పుడు చాలా మంది దే గో టు ఇట్ and either by 1 second the mind changes. What is that? What do these people think at that moment? They are fully prepared, but there are so many cases who come back and say, I don't know what happened to me. That one moment, what is that? Is it a chemical stimulus, or is it a mental stimulus, or is it a thought? And what is it in your medical terms?
It is a switch between your two states. Like they go into a particular mode where they lose that touch with the rationality. మామూలుగా మనం రేషనల్ స్టేట్లో ఉన్నప్పుడు we have 3 questions always: how, why, when, what. So when we lose that touch, we go into a particular mode. It is like, we going to do anything. So అందుకే ఇంటాక్సికేటెడ్గా ఉన్నప్పుడు
we talk differently. Yes.
We talk differently. And also there is a tendency for us to do things faster, without any filters.
Correct. And maybe we talk truthfully also at that time. When people are more intoxicated, many truths come out also at that time, isn't it? Pooja, tell me, is there any special case you want to talk about before we end this beautiful session? Anything specific that, as a psychologist, you have felt how wonderfully you have done, or any case where the patient has come back to you and today is a different person?
Yeah, there is an MBBS student. I don't want to reveal his name. So he had some family issues where the parents were forcing this guy, to stop from not taking house surgery specialization after MBBS. So this guy was very much depressed. So because for him career meant a lot, because the parents were in a position like they have put all their savings into this boy's education. So this guy came to me, he was pretty depressed, and also he had a breakup. Unfortunately, he had a breakup at the very same time.
Oh, how sad.
He was what should I say, codependent, because he did not have any kind of emotional warmth or support from his parents or his friends. He was an introvert, he did not have many friends. and he had a very negative self-image about himself.
Yeah.
Apart from that, he's a very good human being, sensible and sensitive human being. So he came to me like for 10 to 12 sessions, I guess. I also spoke to their parents, his parents, his friends. So then he actually succeeded in convincing his parents, and he now has taken the specialization.
How nice.
General surgeon, joined general surgeon. So now his coping is doing good.
How did his parents react? Because they were the people actually stopping him. Were they able to appreciate what you did, or did they wonder why he was coming to you?
They were confused. I think initially parents gani, లేదా marital counseling lo partner gani, initially they'll be confused for the first few sessions because that is like a shock to them.
Correct.
Shock. So a change anta accept cheyadaniki resistance ఉంటుంది. Even now he's doing good. He's coping. I don't say like he's extremely happy. He's still coping. He's a better person.
Much better.
So therapy ante janalu evanukuntarante that we have a magic wand. Even with the medication, psychiatric medication, they think it's like magic. It's going to change how they think. Everything. It is not going to change. Therapy gani, medication gani, ఏవి కంప్లీట్ గా చేంజ్ until and unless you put a lot of effort in it.
They have to be active partners.
ఇక్కడ చిన్న చెప్దాం అనుకున్నా, the difference between psychology and psychiatry is psychology tries to find out the root cause of a problem, where psychiatry gives medication for a symptom.
Yes. Okay.
ఆ మేజర్ డిఫరెన్స్ జనాలకు అర్థం కాదు.
అవును, that's true.
So before your problems develop into psychiatric problems, please do come to us.
Psychologists
level lo unnappude dani cut cheste, if you're able to address it, you won't need psychiatrist help.
Yes.
But genetic ga వచ్చే వాళ్ళకి మనం ఏం చేయలేం.
అవును,
కొన్ని తప్పవు.
I can speak for hours with you, Doc. You're so wonderful, and you're a beautiful girl, and you have a presence on the digital world. Do you find a lot of patients hitting at you?
They won't do it directly. I don't know if it's because of, I don't know. They don't do it directly, maybe. Yeah.
They do, but that doesn't trouble you. You're quite balanced, isn't it?
Nobody actually, confronted that way.
That's true.
Or confessed.
Okay, and now you're sitting with me, Namma. How does it feel? I mean, have you seen any of my earlier episodes?
I did.
You did? And did you enjoy the episodes, and what do you think of my work?
You're such a vibrant personality.
So would you like to tell all your fans and friends to subscribe? Because many people visit my podcast and they like it, they comment, but they forget to subscribe. See, my generation, we are old fashioned, so we might not know.
So nothing is like old fashioned or new fashioned.
So I would like you to give a message to the camera there to ask your fans. I'm sure they'll get a lot of nice fans, new people to subscribe to me.
Please do like, share, subscribe to Meet Meenamma show. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Pooja. And for all those who are watching, the mind is the biggest monkey in this jungle of the world. It's the mind that matters the most. You might think that we should not mind it, but mind it, because the mind is the only thing that matters. So we've had Dr. Poojitha with us, and my mind has expanded to understand a young girl's perspective of a very demanding profession, the profession of reading the mind, mapping it, and making India mentally fit. I hope you like this podcast, and remember, lovely doctors and professionals like Poojitha can come here only if you subscribe to me. So the more I get support from you, I can get better people, we can have more emotional talks, and of course, we can grow together. Till then, Meet Meenamma comes to you every Friday, 5 p.m. Indian Standard Time. God bless you and have a wonderful life.